Powered industrial trucks are rugged tools used to push, pull, carry, lift, and stack materials. These machines include the tractors that pull luggage carts at airports, the all-terrain reach trucks operated on construction sites, and of course, forklifts. All of these vehicles save us time, money, and effort. But if they are not used correctly or maintained properly, they can be dangerous. Before you can use any type of powered industrial truck, OSHA requires that you be fully trained, evaluated, and certified by a competent instructor. OSHA also requires training anytime you are observed being unsafe, have a close call, or are involved in an accident. In addition, retraining is required whenever there is a change in your workplace that may affect your ability to operate a powered industrial truck safely. To help you choose the industrial truck that is right for your job, OSHA has separated them into 7 classes. Classes 1 through 5 are forklifts and other lift trucks. These machines often have massive counterbalance weights that allow them to lift heavy loads. Class 1 are counterbalanced forklifts powered by electric motors. Class 2 are narrow aisle lift trucks and order pickers. Some of these machines actually raise the operators to where they can easily reach materials. Fall protection must be worn by workers using this equipment. Class 3 are electric-powered hand trucks that operators either walk behind or lead. Class 4 and 5 are counterbalanced forklifts powered by gasoline, diesel, or propane. Class 4 machines are outfitted with solid rubber tires, so they can only be used on paved surfaces. Class 5 forklifts have pneumatic tires that allow them to drive on unpaved surfaces. In addition to these classes of general industry lift trucks, OSHA recognizes 2 other distinct types of vehicles as powered industrial trucks. Class 6 are tractor-like machines, such as the vehicles that pull luggage carts at airports. Class 7 are counterbalanced rough-terrain powered industrial trucks. Unlike other lift trucks, Class 7 machines have booms that allow them to pick up and place materials in difficult-to-reach locations. Additional training is required to operate these machines safely. While each type of powered industrial truck has its own specific characteristics, there are some general rules to follow when dealing with any of them. Begin each day by giving your truck a once-over. A vehicle used around the clock should be checked after each shift. Create a checklist for your inspection. Start with the exterior. Make sure moving parts operate correctly and safety guards are not bent or broken. The air pressure in pneumatic tires must be kept up to spec. Solid tires should not have any gashes or embedded debris. Verify that the steering is not too tight or too loose, and that warning lights, backup alarms, and horns are all working. Make sure that the brakes feel firm and stop the truck effectively. Check the hydraulic controls and oil level. Examine batteries for leaks and corrosion. Make sure that cable connections are tight. On electric-powered trucks, test the battery's electrolyte level and specific gravity. Remember to wear personal protective equipment. IC, or internal combustion engine industrial trucks, run on propane, gasoline, or diesel fuels. These models require yearly emissions tests, similar to the ones performed on automobiles. IC-powered industrial trucks also require other checks that are similar to those that you perform on your car, including transmission fluid, motor oil, and coolant levels. Check these every time you refuel the vehicle. Recharge and refuel only in designated no-smoking areas, away from flames, sparks, and electric arcs. Before recharging an electric-powered industrial truck, raise the hood and leave it open while the battery is charging. This will reduce the chances of an explosion by allowing any hydrogen gas that is generated during the charging process to dissipate. Leave the charger off until you have connected it to the battery so that you don't generate any sparks. Take the charger's plug in one hand and insert it into the battery's plug using your other hand. Once the cables are properly connected, you can turn the charger on. After the battery is charged, turn the charger off before you disconnect the cables. Then make sure that the hood is securely repositioned and locked. When refueling a propane-powered industrial truck, first shut off the engine. Then turn off the valve to the tank, unscrew the line, and roll the empty tank off the truck. Position the new tank by aligning it with the tank locating pin. Secure the tank in place, hand-tighten the fuel line, and open the valve. Whenever you're operating a powered industrial truck, follow safe operating procedures. Begin by entering the vehicle properly. Use a 3-point mount. Make sure that you have at least 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, in contact with the truck at all times. Before you drive off, adjust your seatbelt and buckle up. While you're moving, keep your hands inside the vehicle. Watch where you are going and look out for hazards. If you are driving a forklift, keep the forks low, 4 to 6 inches from the floor. Maintain safe speeds to avoid accidents, and don't stop abruptly when you're carrying a load. Drive to the right of oncoming traffic and pedestrians, just as you would in a car. Don't tailgate. Stay at least 3 truck lengths from other vehicles. Stop and sound your horn at corners and doorways to alert other drivers or anyone on foot. Look both ways before you pull out. If you're moving a load that blocks your forward vision, drive in reverse. Use a spotter to help you if necessary. Be careful crossing wet and icy surfaces. Stopping or turning suddenly could cause you to skid out of control. Never allow riders on any industrial truck unless it is specifically designed for transporting passengers. If you are working indoors with a truck that has an internal combustion engine, make sure there is plenty of ventilation to remove exhaust fumes. Because industrial trucks can generate heat and sparks, they can be dangerous to use around flammable and explosive materials. To combat this, some trucks have safety features added to the exhaust, fuel, and electrical systems that prevent them from igniting these substances. To help you determine which trucks are safe to use around various materials, OSHA has separated them into 11 categories. These designations are marked on the nameplates of each truck, along with information such as classification, weight, and lifting capacity. By referencing Table N1 in OSHA's Powered Industrial Truck Regulation, CFR 1910.178, you can see which trucks OSHA has approved for use around different types of hazardous materials. As you operate your industrial truck, you should also check the work area itself for hazards, such as aisle clearance and the distance to overhead pipes and ductwork. When you need to leave your vehicle, put the engine in neutral and set your parking brake. If you are driving a forklift, lower the mast to the ground. This will keep it from moving.